Hello, and welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a reading for, well, whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So we are using the Tarot of the Golden Wheel today. This deck was bequeathed to me by a very special, very powerful person. Two of Pentacles off rip. Here, and you got your head in the clouds. You have your head in the clouds. You have your head in the clouds. Finish the sentence. This deck wound up being a lot more expressive than I originally thought. I do like this deck quite a bit. Okay. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. You've got your head in the clouds. You've got your head in the clouds. Are things going well for you? Are you manifesting things going well for you? There's, yeah, like, you've got the 2 and the 2 here, so there's some concepts that are being brought to the 3D. You've got the 9 of Pentacles here. You're feeling GLAMOROUS, yeah, like, and then the Ace of Cups, like, oh man, this feels great. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Knight of Pentacles. Let's make, yep, here we go. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 6 of Swords, and 8 of Wands. Hurry up and wait. We got to get out of here because you've got some, there's some news coming in. Hurry up and wait. We got to get out of here because there's some news coming. I could paint a picture with a pen. Storm coming. There's a storm coming. Okay. Strength. Chariot, 4 Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a storm, all right. But whatever comes after this, it's like, whatever's coming after this is ushering in stability for you. With the Strength and the Chariot, you are still, you're refining parts of you're refining the feral parts of yourself. You are also, oh gosh, the Chariot showed up in my app today. Huh, nice. There's some motion happening. So keep all arms and legs inside the cabin at all times, because it's ushering in stability with the Four of Wands, and also times of plenty with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, King of Pentacles. You know what? Again, this storm is bringing in a lot of things that you've been asking for. There's an emotional maturity here with the Queen of Cups. Oh. There's emotional maturity here with the Queen of Cups, right? And it's a good thing that she's emotionally mature. Because she has the ability to break one's spirit with a mere utterance. And she understands that. She knows full well that she is capable of doing that. Yet she decides that that's not the route that she's going to go. If you see, she's got this swan around her neck. If anybody has ever dealt with swans, ever, you know that they're gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, but they are best enjoyed at a distance. Yeah. Speaking of distance, let's talk about this Three of Wands here, right? And look at our central figure. He's, standing there, and he's got the ribbon. He's already declaring triumph before he even sets out. He's standing in the midst of all of this golden foliage, which I would assume is wheat. Just maybe wheat, but standing in all this potential bread with a Three of Wands. Walk with me. Declaring victory before he even gets out on his journey good. Because they know that the promises that have been given to him by Spirit have to come to fruition. Who is he that Spirit feels the need to lie to, right? Coming around with the Seven of Swords. Sometimes the Seven of Swords is about, idle gossip, that type of thing. Looking at this picture, this seems to me, this is more like the thinking on your feet, hiding your hand because you know that Debo is coming. So you take your chains off. Don't just tuck it. Okay? Go hide it, because Debo's coming. And then the King of Pentacles, rounding out the layer. Yeah. If the King of Pentacles don't do nothing else, that dude knows how to stack some cheese. This man knows his way around $1. She knows how to make it grow. She knows how to make it grow. He knows where to find it. The Magician, Three of Swords, the Fool, and the Hermit. This is new energy here. New energy all the way around. With the Magician, the number 1 card, this is knowing that you have what it takes to be able to create what you want. Spent a lot of time cultivating and gathering, trying to get your stuff together. You took the time to read the books and go through the classes and get the certificates and or the degrees. You've done all of the preliminary work, and you are now ready to step out into the real world and make your mark. With the Three of Swords, it was not always easy. It was downright painful sometimes. Had you questioning, why am I even doing this? What's in it for me? I just keep getting my feelings hurt. They said they were spiritual, but they broke my heart. They said that they vibed higher. They didn't vibe higher to me. See, that interesting thing about being in the learning stages. Oh, and here's the new sports fans. We're always in the learning stage. But the thing about that learning stage is that, sometimes we will come across people who are not where we are. It's not a feather in our cap, and it's not a mark against them. But people come into their own at their own pace, right? And so sometimes we get into these relationships expecting something that is not what that person is there to give us, right? I do remember mentioning that just because we are on this spiritual path does not mean that we are exempt from pain. This is that pain. But the thing about the pain is that there's always a lesson in it. What did you learn from this heartache? What can you take with you going forward? What can you take with you going forward so that you're not weighed down by all of these swords, but you are light of heart? Right? And then we have the Hermit. Oh, let's back up. Pardon me. Let's back up. Let's talk about the Fool. What have you learned from this so that you can take that with you and become light of heart? Sometimes it's letting that person go. Sometimes it's recognizing that what you had lined up for yourself is not what Spirit has lined up for you. But you needed to have this interaction to redirect you to be back on the path that you're supposed to be on. No, we are not exempt. But it would behoove us to go forward on this path with a willing, open, loving heart. So that when we are in our times of solitude, we are not bogged down with regrets. We're not bogged down with self-depreciating thoughts. We're not bogged down with trying to get revenge on the person that hurt us, because we understand that they were on a divine appointment as well. Oh. Two of Swords, the Emperor, the Four of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Now you can choose to look at it like, you know, this person was on a divine assignment. You can choose to look at it like my soul mapped this out. I was supposed to come across this person at this time to learn this lesson. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but you know what? I'm the soul. We gotta learn it somehow. Gotta balance it out. I would not be surprised if Temperance comes out later, but you gotta balance it out, you know? And once all of that is planned out, and now that we are down here in the 3D, we have to make the choice to say, are we gonna go on this path? Are we gonna strike out on our own? Traditionally speaking, the central figure is usually blindfolded with the two swords, but they are sitting on the shore, and so there's the water, there's the earth, and here is the air, and it's usually, you know, a storm is rolling in, right? This is a very difficult decision that one must make. Or if you don't have to make it, if you have already made it, then it is time for you to move forward in the direction that you have chosen. Coming up next is the Emperor. Quiet. I hate noise. I can't stand noise. He literally wants peace in the land. Period. I don't care how it happens. I'll flip this whole thing over, Susan. But there's going to be peace and quiet. You know what? You can, unless you are royalty, I don't have time to hear anything you have to say. Now, when you come to me with the proper credentials, we can talk. But if you just gonna walk in here with, you know, your views and that's it, your strongly held opinion, with nothing to substantiate these things, I'm gonna need you to go talk to the page or something. I'm Emperor ain't got time. No time at all. Which kind of brings us around to this Four of Cups. Being in this energy, it's real easy to slide into this Four of Cups line of thinking, where you have your fill of all of the richness that you could ever need, right? And here comes some more decadence, and you don't see it for the decadence that it is. It just looks like another cup. It just looks like another cup of water. But what you fail to realize in this Four of Cups area is that this is holy water being handed to you by Spirit. Let me say that again. What you don't realize is that this is holy water being handed to you by Spirit. Okay? The Page of Wands is the card of quick ignition, the catalyst. Make it move just a little bit, just a tiny spark. Chili flakes. Why are we talking about chili flakes with the Page of Wands? Have you ever taken just like a little flake of crushed red pepper and placed it on the tip of your tongue? You'll know it's there. You will know it's there. If you don't know it's there, have you ever gotten a chili flake stuck in your gums, between your gums and your teeth? You'll know it's there. It may be a small thing. It may appear as something that is small and slightly significant, because we're still talking about a court card. So it's not like it's completely insignificant. You with me? But it gives off the appearance of having maybe, a small impact. But the Page of Wands is the catalyst. Okay? You don't get a chain reaction without the catalyst. Knight of Wands, Nine of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Moon. Y'all just go right back in the cave, don't you? Quickly. Jesus. Okay. So, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is Mr. Saturday Night. I am here for a good time, not a long time. With that devil may care kind of attitude, it's real easy to forget that he is actually a knight. Very useful. You need somebody to get the job done quick, in a hurry, and powerful. He's your guy. That quick adrenaline rush that you need to move that heavy piece of furniture, Knight of Wands. That part of you that tells you that you can do that thing, and so you say, hold my beer. That's this guy. Now, sometimes the impulsivity works in your favor. Other times, you get done doing the thing and you're in the Nine of Swords. Why did I do that? In the Knight of Swords about it. Why did I have to act so rashly? Why didn't I just take a minute to kind of really think this through? Because you needed to do something that was a little out there to again spark this chain reaction, right? And the thing about the Nine of Swords is that this is mental anguish, right? Because the Eight of Swords is the self-imposed mental anguish. The Nine of Swords is really tough because you are asking yourself the questions that you really don't want to answer. You don't. Because then it shadows this perception that you have curated for yourself. Cuts right through that. And the Nine of Swords has this way of making us feel bare and vulnerable to our harshest critic, which is ourselves. This is a really good visual representation of imposter syndrome. Because notice how all of these swords are coming from the clouds. Next up, we have the High Priestess with all of her knowledge and all of her scrolls. She knows much, says little. I find it quite apt that it's behind this Nine of Swords. Because as the old saying goes, when you know better, you do better. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes you just know better and you do what you can with the Moon. Even though this is difficult, even though this is hard work, and you are being held accountable for the knowledge that you have brought with you, you only get enough light to be able to put one foot in front of the other. This is very much how I see my own spiritual path. It's like I know that I'm on a need to know basis. I would just like to know more sometimes, you know? And then we've got, rounding us out, the Six of Wands, the King of Swords, the Devil, I knew you were coming out, and the King of Cups. You know what? You've had a lot of royal energy in this read. So lots of masculine energy in this layout. You have the Six of Swords, the Victory Lap card. You've got the King of Swords with his, I have made my decision and I am no longer in need of anyone's input. If there needs to be any additional information added, I will consult my queen. Well, that's all. And then we've got the Devil card here. Also talks about the impulsive thought pattern, becoming tied to something in an unhealthy manner. Sometimes the Devil card is a card that calls us to kind of like live a little, do some crazy shit, you know, like do some crazy shit like the Knight of Wands would do, right? And then you have the King of Cups, who also, much like the High Priestess, knows very much, says very little. If the Queen of Cups is able to disrupt you for generations to come, the King of Cups is also very much capable of doing so, but because he is who he is, he understands the importance of self-mastery. This is in the tarot deck, he is the father figure, because he's able to understand the emotions of those that are coming behind him, and he is able to shape and navigate all of the mood swings of his people, only because he is the master of himself. Okay. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.